CATT Northwest logo, Center for Assistive Technology Training. 3 circular logos come together and overlap: APH, WSSB, and AIDB. CATT Northwest Coordinator Dr. Ting Su.
We can bridge these different communities and build the practice of technology between more metropolitan areas and rural teachers, community and recreational spaces, and everybody can come together and fill these gaps in their knowledge and expertise.
WSSB Outreach, Joe DeLugo.
The CATT program being able to offer many of these tools, having these tools, being able to access them, being able to get them, being able to have them in our offices, that's worth its weight in gold.
WSSB Outreach, Krista Bulger.
There are a lot of TVIs that have been in the field for a long time. Technology was not at the forefront that it is now. It's been shared with me like, oh, this tech stuff, it's not for me. Now I'm supposed to know just everything that has just exploded, right? That TVIs are expected to know with not a lot of time to learn. And so I think the CATT program is definitely going to fill that void.
Community of practice is giving people the tools to share the knowledge and the tools to teach and train and educate. This is where that train the trainer model can really embody that idea of community around technology.
Share it, use it, whatever, give me feedback on changes you want to do. This is for you guys to use with your transition students.
WSSB Outreach Birth to 5 Director Jessica Chandler.
I see the value of assistive technology and access to technology. So I see that value, and my curiosity at this point is, how can we set up our littlest learners to have access to this technology so that they can continue to learn and grow and progress.
Director of Campus Programs and WSSB Principal Sean McCormick.
It hasn't been done before, and it's something that's been asked for over and over again. If we have the right tools, the right training supports, so that any individual who's blind or low vision can do what they need to do to live and be happy and access and connect, build relationships, learn, have fun. That's ultimately what we want for everybody.
There's so much out there to learn. Technology, it changes all the time. We will have Ting and her staff available at our fingertips.
Those who have access to information are the ones who hold power in a room. That's a divide. When you have limited access to information with our blind and low vision students, you now cannot take on positions of power and leadership. Without diversity and representation in leadership positions, you're never going to achieve true equity in a community.
Associate Director of Transition and Residential Corey Grandstaff.
If their TVI has been able to keep them up to date on their technology and their TVI has received the right training in the classroom, then that person's going to be able to go out into the community and accomplish their goals.
We've got these really rural areas, especially in the Pacific Rim, where I met a bunch of teachers of blind and low vision students out there. This is where I start to get a little emotional. So, they wrote a grant, they made it to the conference, which is where I got to meet them and talk about the CATT program, how we can offer training and resources and more tech if they needed it. And the program assistant, you could just see his face just clouded over and it got so dark. And he just said, I know we need it, but I'm gonna have to write another grant before I can hire you to come out. And I said, please allow me to interrupt. It costs nothing. And he just started crying. And that's the impact of the program here.
The CATT Northwest program is made possible by a generous appropriation from the U.S. Congress to the American Printing House for the Blind and via partnership with the Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind and the Washington State School for the Blind. WSSB Superintendent Scott McCallum.
I benefited from so much support in my life, and I knew that with that I could take my life in any direction and I could follow the path that I wanted. And the truth is I want that for my students. I learned when I was first working as a teacher of students who are blind or have low vision is that they didn't have that choice. They didn't have that choice because of access.
I just believe so strongly in Dr. Yu Ting Su's ability here to meet the needs of the people that we're serving. This has been sort of her life's work. we're just really fortunate to tap into her enthusiasm and passion for assistive technology for children who are blind or have low vision.
CATT Northwest logo, Center for Assistive Technology Training.